How's it going today? Today we're going to talk about some earnings seasons coming up. We got big couple weeks, and we're going to just make a quick video. I'm going to do some reviews of it. Make sure you like, subscribe. I'll keep you updated on anything. I pick stocks and everything like that too. But anyway, I believe there's three categories of stocks going into this earnings seasons. There's the high flyers, the flat, and then the turnarounds. And really, I think the question on everybody's mind is during this last 3 or 4 months, the stock market's done really good. It's returned well. I mean, it had some really good basically everything. I mean, it's up. If you've been an investor over the last 3 or 4 months, you've done really well. So I believe everybody's asking, can it go higher? Can it go higher? Eventually. But the way to look at that, I don't believe you're trying to look at these macroeconomics, is you look at the companies in the index that are driving it higher. Can those stocks go higher? And we're going to dive into that, the high flyers and all this. And some of these are not that big, and they don't make that big of a difference in the S&P 500. But we're going to move in and talk with the big ones. Apple. I mean, so essentially, Apple is one of these stocks. Can it go higher? It got some trade news and all this, and really, the thing is, with Apple, it really never resolved any of its cell phone thing, but it was a big hit. I know a lot of people that actually upgraded to the iPhone 11, and it's kind of works in cycles and stuff like that. And now you have Google hit, and the next one is Google. A big company. Can it go higher? I believe maybe. I believe it will eventually. I believe I still hold it, but for the near term, I believe some of these stocks have ran up with no news and just kind of speculative. And really, Google has some this and that, and they switch CEOs. I mean, I don't think the guy's going to change that much in 3 months. So, I mean, Google hit the $1 trillion market cap. I mean, sometimes they hit it, then they go down. And then another one is Facebook. Facebook has ran up a lot. I mean, really all these ones have ran up a lot. You just have to realize, anybody that's has any finance or just any education in evaluating companies will go, these valuations are getting slightly stretched. I mean, there's no denying that. I mean, look at MasterCard up again. Shopify, the Trade Desk. I recently recommended that. Have a link down in the descriptions. For the number one stock in the Trade Desk is our number one stock for 2020. But I believe, can these stocks go higher? Another one is Tesla. Tesla is one of these stocks. It seems like it just keeps going up with really no news. What news came out for Tesla that really drives? I mean, they're going selling China and all this. I believe everybody kind of knew that. I believe, but is there really any finite numbers? You know what I mean? I mean, going out with Tesla, none of these stocks have really actually had any numbers that came out, but the stock just keeps going up and up and up. You know what I mean? And all them stocks, I still think they're great companies, but I don't know if they can go any higher. I think there could be some. I always call like the earnings seasons like a net. All these stocks, they just keep running up together because they're in the same index, and then eventually, it's kind of like a net. The companies, they can't break through it, and they come down, and they eventually correct back down to valuations where they should be, and they do it two ways. They sit there the same valuation for a while and let earnings catch up, or they just come down. Then the other ones I'm looking at, they're kind of been flat for the last 2 or 3 years, is Amazon, Square, and Activision. These are the ones I've recommended on this channel. They've been kind of flat. Amazon especially, Amazon, it just keeps growing, but it's just been flat. I mean, if you look at the last 2 years, it hasn't went anywhere. I think it's down from over the 2-year chart. If you look at the 2-year chart or maybe a 1-year chart, if it didn't sell off, it would have been down. You know what I mean? So really, it hasn't really broke over that $2,000 mark and went higher. It hit that. It's under $1 trillion company now. Google is bigger than Amazon. I know. So if you really think about it, Amazon's really been flat and it's been growing. So them are the stocks. I think Amazon, this is their kind of their year to maybe turn around, maybe some earnings and kind of boost the stock up. Maybe it's slowly doing 1-day delivery. And the next one is Square. Square keeps growing, but it's been flat for a while now. And I believe these are the kind of stocks I look at. The ones that keep growing and the stock has just been flat, and Square is one of them. Square and Amazon, the ones I'm kind of watching the most. And the next one is Activision. The stock's been flat. The company's been growing, but it's kind of been flat for the last 2-3 years. I think it never reached its all-time high of 80 back in 2018. It never reached that, and it's only like 61. So can it get back up there? And now the other group is like the turnarounds. This is one of the ones that kind of undervalued or overlooked, and some of these companies are big. And then the thing I'm looking at is Uber. A lot of people are negative about Uber. You hear a lot of negativity about Uber and how failed IPO and it sucks and it's horrible. But I believe Uber will eventually turn around. I recommend a video of why I bought Uber. I can leave that link in the descriptions. The next one is Upwork. It's definitely, you're waiting for a turnaround. I mean, it had this high valuation. Well, not very high, but it just kind of hit. And the next one is Arista Networks. Arista Network, it got hit I think in October of last year. Can it turn around this year? It's kind of a boom and bust cycle. I mean, what it does, I can leave a link in the description. But anyway, that's how I kind of view earnings seasons. So basically, you have the high flyers, which that's a lot of them, and then you have the ones that are flat. Usually, the ones that are flat, and if they're growing and they're flat, and they them are the ones you kind of look for earnings season. Them are the ones that get a pop. But and the turnarounds, obviously, you can get a pop there. But I don't expect Apple to pop 20% on even 5%. So, but my only advice is look where stock came from. I mean, it could tell you a lot more because a lot of people don't read the headlines. The stock might be down 5% or whatever, but the stock could have ran up 20% for the earnings report. So I believe it's all about pricing, valuation. So, I mean, sometimes it could just never beat earnings, and some people are just buying just because they're trading because of a chart thing, and they go, oh, wow, the chart says buy, so I'm buying it. They're not even buying off of fundamentals or anything like that. But anyway, like and subscribe. Comment what you're looking at through the earnings season. It's kind of a big earnings season. It can answer a lot of questions if it can go higher, and how good the economy is. I've seen some numbers from Target and stuff like that. Maybe retail's not as strong as we think. Maybe the economy's not as strong as we think. And I think we're gonna get some answers from these companies. Or is the economy that strong? I don't know. So anyway, that's all I gotta say. And thank you for watching, and see you next time. Thank you.